What's up, fam? Welcome back to Elevate with Gail. I am here to help you expand your consciousness and bring you back to your home frequency, becoming more in alignment with who you truly are and your true soul purpose here on our planet. Thank you for connecting. I'm glad you're here, and I'm honored to be a guide. Today, we're going to be talking about what a lot of us call in the light worker world, dark night of the soul. And this is just a phase that we go through when we experience a spiritual awakening that feels very dark, it feels very lonely, it feels depressing. Some experience it on bigger, more intense levels than others, depending on where you are in your journey, and everyone's different. So if you're experiencing a spiritual awakening or know somebody that is, and you're watching this video for a reason, I want you to know that you're not alone. And I went through this phase myself, and it was a very lonely, dark place, and my saving grace was YouTube videos. And so that's why I started doing spiritual counseling and spiritual coaching, because I wanted to help others through these phases and let them know that they're not alone, because sometimes it feels like you don't even want to be on this planet anymore. You want to go back home. You feel like this is not home. And this is true. This is just the earth plane that we came to volunteer to be in this temporary human experience. But we chose to come here at the biggest time ever on the planet in humanity. We're ascending the planet right now because of us waking up now and raising our frequencies. We are bringing the planet to higher states of consciousness. So what we're seeing right now is a collective dark night of the soul. We're seeing the planet, our earth, Mother Gaia, purging herself with these natural disasters, with everything that's going on in politics. Everything around us may look and feel dark. It may feel really dark and depressing, but it's a necessity to get us to where we are going, into the higher states of consciousness. So we have to do this internal dark night of the soul in order to get ourselves to a higher state of consciousness, because we have lifetimes of incarnations of things that we are holding on to, and wounds and trauma that we have to bubble up to the surface. We have to face them and feel them and observe them. Not attached to them. We have to observe them in order to clear and delete those timelines and bring ourselves to a higher state and a higher timeline and hold the higher frequencies that are coming in to fill us and raise our consciousness. So in this cocoon stage, you start to wake up. You have a Kundalini awakening. This energy shoots up your spine. It opens up your third eye. It brings our abilities on, because there have been lower energy beings that have been keeping us down in frequency. And financial slavery, poverty, everything that we've seen on the planet, because they don't want us to step into our full power. Because if we did, they couldn't exist here anymore and feed off of our light and feed off of our energy. So the more you raise your frequency and step into your power, the more we can ascend the planet into higher states of consciousness and clear and delete these timelines, right? So if you experience a spiritual awakening, you're going to start changing. You're going to start evolving. And people around you might think you're crazy. And this was the hardest part. This was the hardest part for me, because my life was like this, normal, totally normal. And then I had my spiritual awakening. And then I started diving into spiritual reading. And a lot of you might start doing that too, because you're hungry for more information. You're starting to remember why you came to the planet, because we got switched off. Our pineal gland got switched off. Our third eye got turned off. Right? So we start forgetting who we are, and this is just a remembering of who we truly are and why we came to this planet. So as we start to remember, we start to change our frequency. We start to eat differently. We start to want different foods. We want to start dropping off bad habits, negative thought patterns, addictions. Might start dropping those off. We realize it's not good for our vibrational frequency, because we're continuing to rise in frequency. And that also means we might start losing friends, changing jobs, changing where we live. There's a lot of shifting that happens. And if you're having what I call a Stargate ascension, it happens very quickly. Everything shifts incredibly quickly. And so it's jolting almost, like it's like whiplash. So for the people around you that are in your life, your loved ones, they're not going to understand what you're going through, because it's so accelerated. They're seeing you change in such an accelerated way. It's like, okay, weirdo, what the fuck are you talking about all the time? Because you get really excited. It's almost like you find a new island and you want everyone to come along to the island, because it's like, can't you see what I see? But so this is really frustrating, and this is part of the dark night of the soul, where you feel isolated, you feel alone, you realize that your entire life you've been lied to, that there's so much programming on TV and the government, and you just start to open your eyes to things that you didn't realize before, and it makes you feel completely depressed, alone. Sometimes it's more intense than others. It makes you feel like you need to go home, you don't want to be on this planet anymore. It can cause you to have suicidal thoughts. It's not fun. It's not all rainbows and like fairies when it comes to spiritual awakening. So it's not for the faint of heart. But you chose to be here, and you chose to awaken at this time because humanity needs you to step into your true purpose and your true role. So it's going to be a process of letting go and detaching from everything that you knew. It's a complete forgetting of everything that you knew, and deprogramming all the programming that you've had since you were a child. So as these things come up to the surface to start to clear and release, you're gonna feel them. You're gonna feel them in a way that is so intense. It may seem like it's so much despair that you're feeling, but if you just step back and you observe them and you don't attach to them, you realize that everything that's happened in your life to bring you to this point has just been an earth experience, and you release them with gratitude. Thank you for this person being in my life and bringing me all the hardships. Thank you for all of these traumatic things happening to me, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have woken up into my true purpose now, here in this time, with all of the knowledge that I have. And now, with all of these experiences, I can go out and I can help others. So some signs that you might be having the dark night of the soul is you're feeling these depression feelings, you're feeling the dark feelings, you're feeling that you're seeing things in a different way and nobody else around you can feel it, and it makes you feel really isolated and alone. It makes you feel like you're an outcast, a weirdo, right? This happened to me, and I started finding YouTube videos like the one that I'm making now, and it made me feel like I'm not so alone. So the best thing that you can do if you're feeling this dark night of the soul is work on just being with yourself and being alone and isolating. In order to elevate, you gotta isolate, and just releasing any attachments and cords that you might have had to people, to relationships, to addictions, to anything that is not gonna serve you anymore. Use this time to release, to cut the cords of all the things holding your frequency down, because now your frequency wants to rise. Now it wants to expand out into your true purpose. And it's amazing, you guys. It becomes so amazing. You just gotta push through this stage of the dark night of the soul and just continue to connect with people like me, with people online. I know it's hard right now in quarantine and all these things going on in the world, but right now we need you more than ever to stay here, because you know what? You came here for this time, for this purpose. So we need you to continue to carry out your mission. It's gonna be worth it, right? The Creator will never give us anything that we cannot handle. And the guides want you to know that all you need to do is go within, because everything you need is there. You have everything you need. Continue to ground into your root chakra. Continue to ground into the feeling of being secure and having everything that you need. Don't let the fear bring your vibrations down. You can be an alchemist and transmute that fear. You can be the alchemist that you are and transmute these dark feelings into light. And that's what I want you to work on, is exercising your muscle of being able to transmute the lower energies into light and into higher frequencies. That is why you are experiencing the dark night of the soul. If you are, or if you have, or if you know that somebody that is part of the spiritual awakening. As your third eye opens and expands, it raises your consciousness and you see different things, and it gets really depressing because you're seeing things that you don't really want to see, but are necessary because it is reality. And I can tell you this, reality is much fucking weirder than what you've been used to. All right? So it's okay to feel these fears and these dark feelings. Accept them into your life right now, because it is helping you become more of a powerful alchemist. Feel these feelings. Don't feel so bad that you're depressed, that you're feeling down and low and lonely and isolated. It's okay. These are important feelings. Now, just work with these energies. Sit with yourself, be with yourself, and alchemize these into higher energies. Work with them. Work on releasing the fear. Work on releasing your attachments. Don't judge yourself. None of this defines you. None of the past life or anything you've been through or are going through right now defines you. You are your own vibrational frequency, so don't compare yourself to anybody else right now. Everybody on Instagram likes to post the good stuff, right? So don't compare to what other people are doing on their journey right now. You're exactly where you are supposed to be on your journey, and you have your own unique vibrational expression that the planet needs more than ever right now. So don't try to be like somebody else. Be with yourself, heal yourself, release your attachments, release all those energetic cords that might be draining you right now, and allow yourself to expand into who you are. And don't put any pressure or expectations on it. Allow yourself to be in a flow state and go through this transformation. You're in your cocoon stage, and you're waking up and you're turning into a butterfly. And you become so much more powerful by learning how to alchemize these energies. So feel them, work through them, thank these energies, thank these feelings, because they are helping you become the powerful light worker that you came here to be. Spiritual awakening is not all fun and games. Just know that it's going to get hard. It's like a video game. You get to the next level, it gets even harder, but you have more tools in your backpack to get you through it. So all you're doing right now is you're gaining more tools and skills to get you through the next stages. It's not going to get easier. You're just going to keep getting stronger. So that's what I'm here to really encourage you to do, is just be with yourself and do the work. Do the work. Because it's going to get a lot harder if you're not doing the work now. If you're not being consistent, it's going to get a lot harder, and it'll become a lot more accelerated with the challenges and the lessons. So we got to go now. You got to go inside. You got to be with yourself and love yourself. Love, love, love yourself. Your affirmation should be, I am love. I am light. Light transmutes any darkness. It transmutes any lower timelines. You have the ability to do this. So you can transmute these feelings. Work with your breath. Go for a walk and be with nature and connect with Mother Nature and Mother Earth as much as you can. Ground into that energy. Become one with the energy of the planet. Stop feeling so disconnected by connecting. That's that simple. Connect, connect, connect. I'm sending so much love to you wherever you are. You're not alone. Allow yourself to feel this phase, because once you expand and your wings are here, I'm telling you guys, it's insane and it's so worth it. And you're gonna get through this stage. When you're in these higher dimensional energies like I've been, things manifest really, really quickly. So that's why it's important for you to go through the dark night of the soul, so you can transmute these lower energies, because they can't exist where you're going in the higher dimensional energies. You don't want those things to manifest quickly. So that's why you have to work through them now. So when you get here in the higher energies, dude, it's fucking on. And we are creating such a doper reality. So let's anchor into these higher timelines more and more, so that we can just have it become our natural state, and we'll anchor into these higher timelines together. We won't have to transmute anymore anything that we've been transmuting. You're gonna get through this. It's gonna be worth it. I love you. Your light family loves you. They are here for you, all around you. Call for them for help anytime you need it. Do it every single day, and I promise you, you'll start to feel their consciousness in the room. You'll start to call them in, ask for physical touch if you need to, ask for specific signs. Work with your star family, call them in, open up your crown. It is safe to keep your crown open now, to receive higher source information and light and activations. It is safe to keep it open now. I know it hasn't felt safe to keep this open or this open, but now it is safe. We need you to step into your power. We need you to do the work. We'll do this together to raise the consciousness of humanity. Love you guys.